Hi everyone, it's Natalie here. So I know it's been a hot minute since my last video. It's really not for any bad reasons. I just realized my phone is in my pocket weighing it down. It's because and this happens a lot. I realize there's a pattern. When I learn a new practice, which has just happened recently, what tends to happen is that a lot of my like mental space, like psychological space, spiritual space, and all of that sort of space is really kind of taken up with the richness of that practice. And so it becomes really challenging um, to have as much space for the tarot while that's going on, I think. Because the rich, I don't know, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's not for anything bad. Just it's kind of like being in love or having a new relationship with someone where you're kind of, I don't know, it just shifts everything. It's learning a new practice too, like if you do it in the morning and then you're getting on with your day and it's really busy, it's a lot because it'll change your routine in the morning and all of those things. So yeah, I'm just realizing like, okay, when I learn new practices or I have a new practice that's going to be introduced and integrated, and I go through that really intense time of really practicing it heavily, sometimes more than once a day, reading all of the different things about it and going back over the teachings and all of those things, it becomes all consuming. So that's where I've been. It's just engaging in the richness of that. And really, I feel so much better for it. It's amazing. It's really amazing. So the reason I'm here today, though, like, let's get to that, is I have a new deck. You will have seen, no doubt, from the thumbnail and so forth. I had such a cool and unexpected experience today. I went to like a little pop-up sale in a local brewery that one of my friends was at. And she's friends with Tom and she's friends with me. We know her from the pottery studio, and she was selling a bunch of her work. And we wanted to just go and like support her, and say hi and see how her setup looked and talk her up to people who came by and things like that. We already have a lot of her work in our house anyway, as we do a lot of other potters too, including one that made this necklace, right? So this was made by a ceramic artist. It is an Ouroboros, and Tom found it at a sale and bought it for me. And was just like, Natalie has to have that. So anyway, when I got there, Tom was there first because he was going to go gaming with some friends afterwards, and I was still working on plants and getting some things resolved and stuff in the house. So I went to the place, walked in. It was great. Saw my friend Shine. We said hello, had a hug, had a chat for a few minutes, and she said, "Oh, you know what? I need to go and introduce you to my friend Lainie." And I thought, "Oh, sure, that sounds like a great idea." So we go up to the table, and this gorgeous woman, full, so much color and just stunning, was standing there, and I think her partner or very close friend, I'm not sure which, was also there. I can't remember their name, or I would name drop them as well. Both of them had the most warm, inviting, kind, gentle, generous faces and demeanor. And I immediately felt, I don't know, loved and special. Does that sound crazy? And so when Shine introduced, she said, "Hey, so this is my friend Natalie." And both of them were like, "Ooh, is that the Natalie?" And I said, and I realized I was standing at a table filled with oracle decks by an indie creator, right? What could be even more wonderful or fun? I'm super broke right now too, so I'm thinking like, oh shit, this is an indie creator and she's local and I want to support her and I'm so broke. Can I afford to do this? She reaches out, grabs a deck, pulls it out and hands it to me. It says, "This is for you." And I thought, what is going on here? And just as I'm about to think, like, I mean, I'm sure they can't be like fans of the channel, right? Like, how would that be? I'm not that well known, right, as a tarot practitioner in this area. And then I realized Tom had been there before me and he bought me the deck for my birthday. So my birthday, I'll be 48 next week on December the 13th. And I was just completely blown away. Just totally unexpected. He just said, well, my girlfriend, my partner, my romantic associate, is a real deck connoisseur. And she loves them. So he bought me the deck and then said, go ahead and surprise her with it when she comes in, which is adorable. And all I had from him was a message just to say, like, how much fun he'd had to meet Shine. He was like, oh, by the way, there's some really cool tarot stuff there. And there was another amazing artist. I left her stuff in my purse. There was another really amazing local artist whose work was incredible. I'm clearly going to have to get back on Instagram as well. Just so I can promote them because they're so good, like it makes me so excited. So anyway, all of this to say, so here's Lainie. So this is so cool. And then we've got her, the rest of her contact info and so forth on the back. The deck is, again, it's sacred feminine. And it's filled with her artwork. So she was explaining to me, and it's still sealed. I haven't even taken the plastic off. And Tom is out gaming, so that's out. Always a good time to pull out the stuff and actually try and make a video, unless he comes home before I expected him. In which case there will be an interruption. We know how that goes. He's like the Wilson of my channel. But anyway, yeah, I think it's hard for a lot of us to really wrap our heads around, right? We consume decks kind of the way we almost consume fast food sometimes. We take them in, we collect them, we get the latest thing. We've all been there, right? We've all done that thing. And who can blame us? There's so much to consume. It's so, it tastes so good, right? It's so delicious. But we rarely recognize the level of spiritual growth and challenge and development that the creators have to undergo in order to create that work, right? So we don't have a sense of the transformative process that they underwent. And I find a lot of times when I'm reading with a deck, for me anyway, that is a big part of the fun, is getting to know and understand that. What was it to the creator to create this deck? How was that for them? What did they go through? How are they? What is that energy, And it was beautiful to just talk to Lainie, because I had a sense, even though it was a very loud place, and she was there giving readings too, not just selling the deck, but also giving readings. So God love her. She's going to be wiped. She's going to be wiped out by the time she gets home tonight. I'm just so geeked. Okay, so this is the deck. It is called the Sacred Revolution Oracle by Lainie Love Dalby. So that's her. And then, whoa, it's upside down. We have the back of the box. The Oracle is potent medicine for the Aquarian age. So Lainie is also an astrologer. She did say to me right off the back, you must have a lot of Scorpio. Or right off the bat, you must have a lot of Scorpio in your chart, or you might be a Scorpio. And I said, well, because she is, and this is a very Scorpio deck. I said, I am actually not a Scorpio. I have a lot of it in my chart. I have Venus in Scorpio, and my North Node is conjunct that. So a lot of Scorpio hardcore business going on. Let's see, what else does she write here? Because I think it's very interesting just to see all of that information. So she writes, the Sacred Revolution Oracle is a wake-up call to remember our interconnectedness with all beings Honor the sacred divine spark in all things and act from this elevated consciousness to return home to our bodies, the earth, each other, and the web of all life. It is a multidimensional portal of healing, remembrance, and transformation filled with sacred light and holy transmissions, embedded with deep magic, mythic mystery, ancient wisdom, light codes, and archetypal energies for the ancient future, which is so interesting. It's 52 cards. Wow. Yeah, she regards herself as a transformational catalyst, visionary shamanic healing artist, and she's also a best-selling author, which I did not know. I'm so going to be Googling you later, darling. What else? Let's see. It's infused with cosmic transmissions and oracular wisdom to support your personal awakening, as well as to ignite galactic Gaia unity consciousness in our world for the ascension of humanity. The Sacred Revolution Oracle is laid out in 5 different sections to help you spiral into your center, access your deepest truths, and ignite your life purpose. She says the multimedia oracular journey is also the first of its kind, since it comes with an interactive online portal in the Ecstatic Embodied Leadership Academy to accompany the deck. It's a choose-your-own adventure, including guided ecstatic embodiment practices and healing rituals to embrace your transformation. Overall, this potent divination system, which is an alchemical vessel that will shake, stir, and catalyze you. Within it, we are holding space for you to come home to yourself, your soul essence, your wholeness, and to remember who you truly are and why you're here. Whether you draw a single card as a daily medicine pill or dive deep into one of the suggested sacred geometry layouts, the Sacred Revolution Oracle will provide deep insight and illumination for your soul's journey and stepping into your divine legacy. Trinley, thank you, dear. Can you sit for mommy? Thank you. We invite you to enter the mystery with us and participate in the global awakening of consciousness. It's time to stand in our full sovereignty and authentic power so we can sparkle shamelessly for the good of all. How exciting. I just find that really, really nerdtastic. Oh my gosh. So this is like gold foil on here. And then as you open it, yes, darling, I know it's nearly time for your dinner. And we don't need your butt in the camera, sweetie. So, oh wow, it's so pretty. We have the butterfly, and then enter the mystery. And there is a string. Oh, it's so pretty. And she did have the deck sitting out on the table so that you could pick it up and look at it and draw a card and all of it. So here is the book. Yeah. Wow. That's beautiful. So there's a lot more of restating. Wow. So, yeah, there's 5 sections. Oh, it smells really good. Of course, we have to smell it because that's what I'm like. So after all of that, I don't know if I have this. I did say to her, like, I'm nerded. I want to, like, I always love supporting other women. Like, we've got to do that. So I'd said to her, like, I think I'll start by doing, just an unboxing first impressions kind of thing. And then at some point later down the road, probably a review, like a proper one, after I've had a chance to work with it. And I've got a lot of really good decks to go with this one. Oh my God, it's so pretty. I didn't even see this aspect of it. It's pink and it's round. Because we're women and we're round and we're pink. In so many ways. God, it's gorgeous. The edging is stunning. It is matte. I know I'm on potato cam tonight here. The inside of the box, the ribbon is yellow or kind of a gold color. And it's like it's silky. It's like ribbed on one side and silky on the other. But yeah, beautiful box. Very easy and simple way to keep the deck. The backings are gorgeous. Look at that. I think it's supposed to go this way because we're looking at Ascension. Wow. And it's foil. Yeah, it is kind of that, it's rose petal-y, so I can, but yeah, it's not bad. You know, I have another rose petal deck. Most of my rose petal decks, after you shuffle and work with them for a little while, they lighten up a little. It's easier to work with them. So we've got, how are we doing this? Here? Maybe here. Yeah. It's beautiful. So she has all of the original artwork. It took her quite a long time to go through this process, I think. Gosh, that's so pretty. It's so obviously collage style or mixed media. Oh, so I'm going to have to go grab that deck. I'll be right back. The deck that this one reminds me of or feels like it's going to go well with, a lot of you are going to already have this, right? The Goddess of Love Tarot. All of the roses and stuff in this one. Didn't even know I had this one, did you? I got it right before I picked up this new practice. I did an edging on it. But, you know, it's filled with lots of images of roses. Gosh, it's so beautiful. Yeah, I'm definitely in a divine goddess stage right now. There's a lot of transformation going on. But you see, we've got all of this kind of imagery. Again, it's collage style. I saw it on Honey Lou Wilson's channel. And then on Natalia, Tarot Shrink Natalia's channel. And was just like, oh my god, it's so perfect to go with my favorite. Where is it? It's not sitting out. Here it is. Which is, of course, the Tantric Dakini Oracle. I'm totally thinking these three are going to go together. That's where I'm going with this, right? Yeah. Is that this one? Yeah, look at that. So I feel like that's where we're going here. And I told her that too. And I know I'm like super geeked out. Like, okay, well, whatever. Lots of people on YouTube like meet tarot and oracle creators in person. But it's St. Louis, right? In St. Louis, we don't get a lot of that. I mean, there's Melissa Sanova. I don't know that she's created a deck, but she's written some books and she's very well known. And she's lovely. And there's also Ryan Edward, who did like the Maybe Lenormand and the Playing Marseille. Although I don't know that he's out and about much, right? So this is exciting for me. God, that's beautiful. Is that? I just had to look to see if there was gold on there or if it was just like a shimmer coming from Potato Cam Land. Wow. I know that each of these has, ooh, look at that. Wow. That is erotic. Oh, wow. Okay. I am magnetized by the yoni. Yeah, I know. Wow, I'm so sucked into this. I lost my thought. Never mind. There's so much going on here. Wow. Oh, that's a person under there. So there's clearly a lot to take in visually in all of this artwork. Oh. She was selling prints of them too. Wow. Of course 13 has a spider on it. Of course. I've talked, I think, before. So my birthday is a 13, and I have a thing with spiders. I used to have arachnophobia until I had a really remarkable dream about a woman and a spider, and that was the beginning of the end of it. And it's never come back. Oh, tiger. Wow. This is like the timing of this could not be more remarkable. So I'm seeing all of these like like a Merkaba type shapes, and again, it's very significant with Dakinis and this type of tarot practice that you have that shape, the Merkaba or the Dharmadaya shape is so important. Wow. That's the one I drew today. That's so cool. That is the card that I drew at the show today, and that's a skull. It's like a black crystal skull. Thought, of course, I drew the one with the skull on it. Oh, a big cat. A fierce big lioness. Wow. Of course, that's a fierce big lioness. Wow. Ooh, I love that. So dark. It reminds me, like in small ways, of the magician from Marielle. Ooh. Oh. I might have to pull out all of my circular decks. I feel like this could also work really well with, gosh, the name escapes me. It used to be one of my favorite ever decks. Kate Silver's deck. New Earth, the New Earth tarot. Wow. Oh, Ritual Tarot users. Hey, Ritual Tarot. I don't have it. Oh my God, that woman is like a wild crone Dakini. And there's another cat. And a snake. There's a lot of snakes and cats and wow, all my favorites. More snakes. There's so many snakes and another lion. There's so many like lions and cats. Oh, wow. Oh, uterus. Oh, more spider web. God, there's so much to look at in this imagery. It's so rich. Ooh. Oh, I love her. Oh my God, I love her. Oh my God, Lainie, thank you for including an elder. For including a crone. God, that's marvelous. Wow. And you gave her a crown. Oh, I love that. Oh my God, that's beautiful. There's a lot of hawks in here too. Like, and an owl. It's all my favorites. Like, must be a lot of people's favorites too, you know. Those connections when I find them, they really are special. Yeah, that's a snowy. And a snake. What's a cobra? And another reptile there. I think that might be maybe a crocodile or some type of crocodilian. Oh, and another Darmodaya or another Merkaba. You know, some symbols really, I think, have almost, you know, their significance is beyond one particular religion or group of people. You know, the strength of the symbol is such, especially when we're talking about sacred geometry. You know, it is transcendent. It really is. Oh, so beautiful. I love this mark making kind of motif that keeps appearing as well. So there's a lot of original artwork that's been made here and then integrated in. Oh, part of the Sri Yantra. And there she is. Yeah, a lot of self-portraiture. Another owl, a peacock. Wow, there's so much. This is so like a tantric Dakini oracle. Kind of is. I mean, wow. This artwork, wow, is just stunning. Really stunning. Oh. So I know a lot of it, she may have, I mean, I feel like probably techniques to create a lot of this were, I can see the potential for there to have been a lot of back and forth, you know, where you're using some digital stuff, printing it onto another medium, and then maybe putting it, you know, layering it physically onto whatever the backdrop or the canvas or background is. But then, of course, it's also then been re-uploaded as a digital, you know, digitally. Wow. That is exquisite. More cats, more women with big cats. Wow. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's a reason why this came to me right now. Maybe I should not be waiting to use it. Maybe I need it in my practice now. The colors are just exquisite. Oh, there it is. God, that's beautiful. All those different butterflies. Wow. Wow. Oh. Yeah, the sigil work is just stunning. Wow, abundance. More cats, snakes, and hawks. And skulls. I love it. God, it's so pretty. Okay. Oh my God, it's just so rich. It doesn't have a lot of smell on it. You know, like some decks have, you know how I am with my decks. It does shuffle nicely. It's going to stick a little bit initially because they all do with that texture. You've heard me say before that I don't mind that. And I don't. I really love this. I know it's a lot of people have decided in the tarot tube community they don't like the rose petal finish, the brushed, that brushed plasticated laminated finish. I love it. I love the feel of it. I just never. It's just not a thing for me. The colors in this are just out of this world. I can't believe Tom got me this. I mean, whoa, hey, and it jumped. Okay, so it was 18. I never finished. There's already a connection here. I never finished reading my entry for number 18. So that's the one I drew today. So let's find out what it says. So it's easy to find because the numbers are right at the edges. So you can literally just I'll have to do the thing where where the camera's the other way, but you can just be flipping through and find the numbers really easily, right? 17, 18. Okay, so number 18, I'll put it here in front. So we're, hopefully minimizing potato cammage. All right, sparkling essence. I'm going to need glasses. I can just tell. The eyesight thing is real. Okay. So the sparkling essence. So that's one of the sections here. It says ancient Lemurian and Atlantean lineage, high vibration and frequency, precognition, echolocation, sonar, dolphin pods, whale wisdom, arc of the 13 original skulls, Pacific Ocean, Mu, crystal temples, Telos Crystal City, androgynous Lemurians. So the shadow aspect is the fall of civilizations, improper use of power, devastation, flooding, insidious power, science over spirit, history repeating itself, or destructive ego. So the channeled message is, I am the wisdom keeper of civilizations past with vast power. My knowledge is inscribed in ancient droplets of water, each a library of knowing. I am vast like the ocean in its infinite expanse. I hold the key codes of water and liquid light, and I emanate those out into the world. I resonate with the sonic frequency of dolphins in their infinite joy and oneness. I dance and play with my kin deep in the depths of the ocean. I tune into the frequency of the whales and sing their song. I allow it to vibrate through every cell in my being and transform, cleanse, and purify me. I am one with the grandmother ocean and her crystalline waters. They flow through my veins like the blood of Gaia, feeding my cells with the pure frequency of liquid, unconditional love. Wow. So divinatory meaning. Unlock the ancient codes and crystal keys within you. Tap into your ancient Lemurian and Atlantean gnosis. Learn from your own past mistakes and those of your ancestral or spiritual lineages. Wow. Yes. Investigate where you are repeating past harmful patterns in your life to heal them. Okay, so that's a big part of what I'm doing with this practice right now, actually. Mandalas are always in there in a circle. They're always about transformation. And yeah, there's been a lot of this. Remain in proper use of your power for the greater good. Okay, so that's the other part. So beloved dolphin lover. People always want to give me dolphins as a spirit animal. So that's interesting. I don't know that I would choose a dolphin, but they come up. They always come up from other people, like as a, hey, you need to have this. Let's see, beloved dolphin lover, this card comes with an invitation to live in complete harmony, balance, and coherence with the great symphony of all life now. Oh yeah. We are interwoven intimately, just like the droplets of water in the ocean that meld into a cohesive whole. Together we create a vast majesty. You are here to bring wisdom and gnosis from civilizations past and inscribe them into our infinite ancient future. Enter the portal into past knowing now as present destiny. Vast sacred libraries exist within you that are waiting to be inscribed and read. It's time to open the doors to your Lemurian and Atlantean wisdom as a great healing for all, and to sing your ancient song. Listen to the chants emerging from the sacred waters, and let them sing you awake with the waters of remembrance. What are the ancient key codes waiting to be unlocked within you? So medicine helpers, the Hawaiian owl pueo, aquamarine, aqua obsidian, and Lemurian seed quartz crystals, Mount Shasta, Hawaii, seed of life, sacred geometry, and ancient crystal skulls and Neptune. So ecstatic embodiment practice, Song of the Whale MP3 to unlock crystalline codes within you. Hell yeah, I'll be listening to that later on. I love listening to the whale songs. It makes me so happy. Oh my God, that is the coolest thing. So I think every one of them has a similar thing. So every card has a sparkling essence, a shadow aspect, a channeled message, the divinatory meaning, medicine helpers, and then the ecstatic embodiment practice. Wow. So it's interesting about the Lemurian thing. So I'll see occasionally that like certain quartzes are marked as like Lemurian ones. They always are way more expensive than any other quartz, right? I seem to have, if I'm not mistaken, I just seem to have a lot of it. But not because I bought Lemurian, but like, isn't it where you get, I don't know. Can you see yeah, you can see the texture. Isn't that a Lemurian? This is a very powerful crystal, this one. This is a Tibetan quartz. Tibetan quartz always has a lot of brown in it. It's got a lot of rainbows in it. It's got this beautiful Gabo X in it. Yeah, and it's very protective. I usually bring this one with me when I read tarot. I did a professional reading the other day. This was an interesting experience. And I hadn't brought this one. I hadn't brought my double dorje with me for the table. What else? I usually bring my dakini knife with me, etc. I didn't have those with me like at the four corners of the table. And I thought, well, and I'm a chud practitioner, right? Like in chud, you don't, the best protection is none, is emptiness, right? Until it's not, right? When you're not really in that space. And then you need, it's why Tibetans have so many different talismans and all the things that we keep with us. I ended up having horrific pain the next day, all the way through my body. I had gone so deeply into that client that I actually took on her, and she's one of our patients. So I know her pattern. Well, actually, I don't know her pattern as well as the doctor does, and as well as our MAT specialist does. But they worked on me immediately because I called them and I was like, oh my God, I'm in spasm. My back is going, I'm out. I don't know what to do. I've never had this kind of problem before. Like I couldn't breathe. And I was supposed to go to another tarot reading that morning, which I had to cancel and postpone. And it ended up being that I'd taken on the energy of that client to the extent that my body, the fascial patterns in my body had tried to warp and change into her, which is bizarre. And I remembered later, like, you don't leave without it. So there's something in it. There's something in that. Now I'm really curious. And now I want to go through all of my quartzes. I'm sitting here like looking over the bunch of them sitting out. I want to go over all of them to see which ones are Lemurian, because I seem to have an inordinate number of them. I'm assuming that they are. They weren't marked as such because they weren't sold by crystal people, right? People that are really into crystals, like metaphysical crystal people. They were sold to me by people from Arkansas, who just were digging stuff up. Obviously, this one's not from Arkansas. This one came from, I think, from the Crystal Show in Sedona, but it was just a Tibetan. It wasn't marketed to the person who sold it to me, which is from the place where I used to read tarot in person. I miss it. It closed down during the pandemic. There we go, friends. All right. I'm excited too because, oh my God, I have so much richness to dive into now. I can't wait to play with this. I can't wait to look at her website and like all of the different resources and stuff that she's placed there. I am nerded out hardcore. So, I can't wait. Okay, there will be more about this one at some point. There's so many for me to dive into. There's so much spiritual richness right now to be grateful for. And it's such a dark moment in time, isn't it? We need this spiritual richness to really get to a place where we can see our way through it and beyond it. I mean, I'm reminded so often of like the need for us all to become more and more tender towards ourselves and towards humanity, to love more fiercely, to love ourselves more fiercely, to love one another especially more fiercely. And if we love ourselves more fiercely through deep forgiveness and self-compassion and trust in the nature that we really are very divine. We are. We have to tap it so that we can bring more light into this world right now. It's more necessary than it ever has been. So, all right, friends. So much love to all of you. And I will place all of Lainie's details in the box below. And I'll be back with a review of this at some point in the near future. All right. Bye.